Welcome, aviation enthusiasts, to another deep dive into the incredible world of private jets. Today we're exploring the Gulfstream G800, one of the most advanced and luxurious aircraft ever created. With astonishing range and unmatched speed, this jet has redefined what it means to travel across the globe. Imagine stepping aboard in New York and landing in Singapore non-stop, all without breaking a sweat. This isn't just a private jet. It's Gulfstream's ultimate flagship of innovation and prestige, built to push boundaries in performance and comfort. What makes the G800 so compelling is the way it blends capability with pure luxury. This aircraft was designed with globe-spanning missions in mind, crafted for those who demand the ability to travel anywhere, anytime, without compromise. It offers a cabin experience that rivals five-star living, paired with performance numbers that put it in a class of its own. Whether you're a corporate leader, a government official, or a private individual who values time above all else, the G800 makes the world feel much smaller. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. The Gulfstream G800 is the newest flagship from Gulfstream Aerospace headquartered in Savannah, Georgia, a company that has defined excellence in private jet design for decades. Officially announced in 2021 and taking its first flight in 2022 and entering service in 2025, the G800 builds upon the proven legacy of the G650 and the G700 while pushing the limits even further. Its improvements in range, fuel efficiency, and advanced avionics set it apart as a true next-generation aircraft. With a price tag of roughly $72.5 million, it sits comfortably in the top tier of ultra-long-range jets. This isn't just a business aircraft. It's a $72.5 million statement of wealth, speed, and global ambition. For Gulfstream, the G800 is a symbol of leadership in aviation innovation. Aimed squarely at the ultra-wealthy, global corporations, and influential government leaders, the G800 is designed to be much more than a mode of transportation. Its mission is to connect the furthest corners of the Earth without compromise, giving its owners the power to go anywhere, anytime, without stopping. By blending record-breaking range with one of the most refined cabins ever built, it delivers both influence and control over time itself. At its steep price point, it's not just a machine, but an investment in mobility and freedom on a global scale. For the select few able to acquire one, the G800 is the ultimate symbol of reach, authority, and prestige in private aviation. When it comes to raw performance, the Gulfstream G800 is in a league of its own. Powered by two Rolls-Royce Pearl 700 engines, each generating more than 18,000 pounds of thrust, this aircraft achieves an incredible balance of speed and efficiency. It cruises comfortably at Mach 0.85, allowing passengers to cover vast distances in less time than traditional jets. When needed, it can push to a top speed of Mach 0.935, placing it among the fastest civilian aircraft in the skies today. Very few jets can keep pace with those numbers, cementing the G800's reputation as a true performance leader. With this kind of capability, it turns marathon journeys into manageable flights. But raw speed isn't the only highlight. The G800 is surprisingly versatile for a jet of its size and mission. Despite its long-range design, it requires only about 5,812 feet of runway for takeoff and just 3,105 feet for landing. This allows it to operate from a wide range of major international airports, giving owners unmatched flexibility in planning their routes. Whether you're departing from a hub like London Heathrow or arriving at a shorter airfield in Asia or the Middle East, the G800 adapts easily. This operational strength makes it more than a long-haul jet. It's a practical go-anywhere solution. For owners, that means freedom to fly farther and land closer to their true destinations. Where the G800 truly rises above its competition is in its astonishing range. Capable of flying 8,200 nautical miles nonstop, it can connect nearly any two major cities on the globe without refueling. Imagine boarding in Los Angeles and landing in Sydney, or flying nonstop from New York to Singapore with hours to spare. Add a service ceiling of 51,000 feet, and passengers soar above commercial air traffic, storms, and turbulence for a smoother ride. Its advanced aerodynamics, high-efficient Rolls-Royce engines, and Gulfstream's smart cabin management system all work together to maximize fuel efficiency. This ensures that even the longest non-stop journeys are as seamless as possible. For business or leisure, it turns the world into a smaller, more accessible place. Step inside the Gulfstream G800 and you immediately feel why this aircraft sets the benchmark for private aviation luxury. The cabin can be configured into as many as 4 distinct living areas, giving owners the flexibility to design the perfect environment for work, relaxation, or family time. With seating for up to 19 passengers and sleep space for as many as 10, it transitions seamlessly from airborne boardroom to a private retreat. Whether you're hosting executives or traveling with loved ones, the cabin adapts to every journey. Gulfstream has also mastered the art of space and light inside the G800. 16 of the company's signature panoramic oval windows line the cabin, the largest in business aviation, allowing natural light to flood every corner. The design doesn't just make the cabin feel open and inviting, it helps align the body to natural time zones, reducing jet lag on long-haul flights. Paired with elegant finishes, fine leathers, and customizable layouts, the interior feels less like an airplane and more like a luxury residence in the sky. Comfort in the G800 goes far beyond aesthetics, with a cabin altitude as low as 2,840 feet. While cruising at 41,000 feet, passengers breathe easier and arrive far less fatigued compared to traditional air travel. Add in one of the quietest cabins in the industry, and conversations, rest, or focused work become effortless. High-speed Ka-band Wi-Fi keeps passengers connected, while adjustable lighting, plush seating, and advanced entertainment systems ensure every hour in the sky feels productive and restorative. In short, the G800 doesn't just take you farther, it makes every mile feel effortless. Now, let's talk about the reality of keeping a Gulfstream G800 in the air. The ongoing operating costs are equally impressive. Fixed annual expenses, such as crew salaries, recurring training, insurance, and hangar storage, typically total between $1.5 to $2.5 million. These are the baseline costs required to keep the aircraft ready, staffed, and protected even if it doesn't fly a single hour. For owners, these expenses are as constant as they are essential. Variable costs tell a much larger story, as they rise with every flight hour. The G800 consumes roughly 500 gallons of fuel per hour, which, at $6 per gallon, translates to about $3,000 in fuel alone each hour it's airborne. Add to that engine reserves, required maintenance checks, landing and handling fees, as well as in-flight catering and support, and the per-hour operating cost typically falls between $4,000 and $8,000. This makes each long-haul mission a serious financial commitment, though one expected in this class of aircraft. When we look at annual totals, the numbers become clear. An owner who flies a light schedule of about 200 hours per year may spend close to $3 million annually to operate the G800. A more active flyer who logs 400 to 500 hours can easily see their costs rise to $4 million or even $5 million per year. These figures put the G800 among the most expensive private jets to maintain. But considering its unmatched performance and range, owners see it less as a cost and more as a price of absolute freedom in global travel. Owning a Gulfstream G800 doesn't always mean writing a $72 million check up front. Many buyers opt for structured financing, which usually involves a down payment of 20 to 30%. With the remainder spread across a loan term of 7 to 10 years. Interest rates in the private aviation lending market typically fall between 3 and 5%, depending on the borrower's credit strength, collateral, and whether the purchase is made personally or through a corporate entity. For large corporations, the G800 is often treated as a capital asset, financed in much the same way as other high-value investments. Another path to ownership is leasing, which allows buyers to preserve liquidity while still enjoying the jet's benefits. An operating lease covers use of the aircraft for a set number of years, with the aircraft returned at the end of the term, while a finance lease may eventually transfer ownership. This structure provides flexibility, especially for owners who anticipate upgrading to a newer jet in the near future. For high net worth individuals, private banks also offer tailored packages that can include creative financing options and tax benefits such as accelerated depreciation, further easing the cost of ownership. So who actually owns a Gulfstream G800? This is an aircraft designed for those who not only have the wealth, but also the necessity for long-range capability. It's typically in the hands of multinational corporate executives, private individuals with residence scattered across the globe, and even heads of state who need non-stop intercontinental travel at a moment's notice. Some luxury charter companies may also invest in the G800, but it is primarily a tool for those whose schedules and responsibilities demand absolute global access. At this level, ownership is less about luxury and more about power, influence, and reach. The Gulfstream G800 is still at the very start of its journey, with deliveries having only recently begun. Gulfstream's history with previous flagships like the G650 and the G700 suggests that production will likely continue for at least a decade or more, with steady demand from corporate and private buyers. Properly maintained, a G800 can remain in service for 20 to 30 years, with scheduled heavy inspections and overhauls every few thousand hours. These rigorous checks ensure the aircraft continues to perform safely and efficiently even decades after its first flight. Maintenance and modernization will play an essential role through the jet's life. Gulfstream is known for supporting its fleet with avionics upgrades, enhanced connectivity systems, and cabin refurbishment options that allow older aircraft to match the standards of new deliveries. These programs help protect the long-term value of the jet and make it appealing to second or even third owners down the line. As technology evolves, upgrades such as advanced flight decks, new entertainment systems, and sustainable aviation fuel compatibility will help keep the G800 relevant far into the future. When it comes to resale, Gulfstream jets have a strong reputation for holding value compared to competitors, though depreciation is inevitable. Like all business jets, the steepest drop happens in the first 5 years, often by 40 to 50% of the original price. With the G800's $72 million tag, that can translate into tens of millions in value lost during the early years. However, because the model is brand new, pre-owned availability is extremely limited, meaning demand currently outweighs supply. Over time, as more enter the market, resale values will depend heavily on condition, total flight hours, and the level of upgrades completed during ownership. The Gulfstream G800 stands as a masterpiece of modern aviation, bringing together speed, range, and luxury in one remarkable package. With a $72 million price tag, it's undeniably a major investment, but one that offers unmatched freedom and capability. Its ability to connect almost any two cities non-stop makes it more than just a jet. It's a gateway to global mobility. For world leaders, top executives, and private individuals, it serves as both a practical tool and a powerful statement. While its operating costs are high, the value it provides in time saved and comfort gained is priceless. In every sense, the G800 is not just transportation, it is the pinnacle of private aviation.